What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see, wait till we get some people in here. I know I sent the links and everything out to a few people. Let's see who all shows up and talk about whatever tonight. If it, that might even include Harbor Freight as far as what they're doing right now. Right now, I know I got nobody watching, nobody in basement. I'm surprised. Surprised Crystal ain't even in here yet. I know I got several. Surprised nobody showed up. I know I got this thing set up several hours ago. Hey Ernie, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. All right, yeah, now it's just showing I got 4 people watching. Oh, now it's just showing I got 4 people. Oh, I had to get that taken care of over there. Now it's showing I got 1 person watching. Oh boy, someone's having a drummer going on. But yeah, got the link sent out to Lorna, Cajun. Got it sent off for Anthony. Oh, that's who I forgot. Um, I forgot to send it off to the other Harbor Freight person. Hey, Cajun, check your email. I sent you the link. Hey, cool gamer, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Yep, I got links already sent out. I had my watch on. It's not even saying it's 7 o'clock. I was looking at that. That's why I was like, I come out. Okay, I got a little bit of time still. All of a sudden, I come out here. What? Nope. Hey, Breezy, how you doing? Hey, Raging. Appreciate you being here also. Yeah, I got quite a bit done today. Um, had to go over and get taxes and everything paid. Mind you, this is all over in Waxahachie. So, but the only thing is, trouble I had was stopping off the bank to see about getting some money to go pay the taxes. Well, it seems that someone over at my mom's bank decided they needed the ATM more than anybody else. I don't know, Mike, what mirror are you looking in? Hey, Dancing, hey, I believe that. Yeah, someone decided to take off with their ATM machine. So they don't have one, so I had to go inside. Well, yeah, that got all screwed up. And unfortunately, I had to go to a different location to get the money to be able to go over to the tax office and get that paid. And then, let's see, I stopped and I did get I got a little part that Cajun was telling me about. I'm going, yeah, it does look a little bit familiar and a lot better shape than the one I pulled out of that carburetor on that mower or on that tiller. So I know I had the old one still sitting over here. It was, yep, there. It's hiding like a right there. Yeah, mind you, that's the old one. Here comes Cajun.
Oh, you went to your Briggs and Stratton dealer today?
Well, it's not just Briggs and Stratton, but they do mostly steel. Okay, but you see how that's
Lawnmower shop.
yeah, but that's the old diaphragm.
Yeah, look how hard it is.
Yeah, and there's a new
Yeah,
one.
that's what I was telling you. Those flaps are hard as a cork.
Yeah, and you can still see where the spring and everything is supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that one.
Dancing, how you doing? Raising Cajun, Arnie, Mike.
Yep. So I managed to get that done. Um,
Cool gamer.
Crystal's son, he actually gone to local like video game store and sitting outside. They had an Xbox sitting out there on the sidewalk. It was too old for them to pick up. They didn't want it. So he grabbed it and everything. He brought it home and tested it. It worked. Um, and then he actually took it to a different one today. They gave him like $15 cash for it.
Oh, pawn shop?
No, it was another game store.
Oh, they didn't want it?
Well, the one here in Ennis, they didn't want it because it was so old.
Oh.
But the game place over in Waxahachie, they said, yeah, we'll give, bring it in, we'll look at it and everything. We'll figure out how much it's worth. He took it in, they gave him $15 for it.
Hey, free money.
Yeah.
That's probably why when they told that original owner, it's too old, they just left it outside for somebody else to pick it up. They figured somebody could use it and get a little fun out of it, you know?
Oh, yeah. But then after that, wound up going over to Harbor Freight today.
Hey,
and
Crystal?
Crystal, she's somewhere. Hey, Mary. I know, I've seen you in. Appreciate you being here. There's Crystal.
Hey, Mary.
But no, that 12-volt 150 psi air compressor I got for the keeping it in the truck and everything, it kept blowing the fuse. Okay, I put a 15 amp fuse in there and it blew that thing as soon as you turn on.
Something wrong with it.
Right, and that was because that's the one I had in that video, and in that video it had never been used before. Okay, so that was a brand new one. I took it into Harbor Freight today. They looked it all up. Go, yeah, you have the extended warranty and everything on it. The only thing I had to do was buy another extended warranty for $17 and some change. So instead of spending another $80 for another compressor, all I do is pay like, not even $18. And I got the extended warranty on that. What's up, Anthony? Hey, Anthony, I sent you the email for the link. And I was kind of hoping, of course, I sent it out to Dale, see if he wants to show up tonight. Okay, no problem, Anthony. Of course, Crystal shouldn't have any problems getting in here. Oh, did you, Ken? I didn't even know they had a powder coating kit.
Me neither.
I didn't know they had one. I'm gonna look that up.
Probably about $175, $200. If it's what I'm thinking of. If not, it's going to be more.
$90 for it says $90 for the powder coating system.
Oh, that's more than I thought. I mean, that's less than I thought.
Yeah,
$89.99.
Yep. Huh. That's not bad. I wonder how it does. Let's see. Yeah, you can even get the paint mixes and everything. You get white and you get black for $8.99. So for $100, you can get the machine, and you can do it in. You got two choices. You can either get it in black, or you can get it a matte black, or you can get it white.
Huh.
Now, if you mix the two paints and everything together, you can get a gray.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you can do that. But hey, that's not bad. I mean, for $100. Hey, Ken, let us know how the
how it works.
How it works, yeah. How everything turns out. Central Machinery powder coating system. Yeah, all you need is a 10 to 30 psi air pressure.
10 to 30?
Yep, that's what it's saying.
Well,
So that means you can have a small air compressor for something like that.
okay. I got you taken care of on that other email.
Yep. I don't. Oh, you can't. Okay. I thought maybe you could mix the powder colors together, Ken.
Oh, huh. Wow.
He says you
I don't
can't
know.
mix the
I don't know
powder
nothing
colors.
about them.
I don't
I
know
know
anything about them either. It's like I've never done powder coating, so I don't know.
my cousin's old man was gonna Paula's old man,
Yeah.
Harry. They opened up a welding shop here in town, and
No problem.
all the commercials on the radio, which she part owner of the radio, her dad on the radio. Uh, so they advertised for free, but in every commercial that they did, it says powder coating coming soon. So they was gonna do powder coating, but they never did.
Yeah.
He was too damn busy already welding. Couldn't find a, a good welder to work in the shop,
Right.
with him. He didn't want a helper. He wanted a experienced welder. And all these guys are coming up answering the ad saying, "Oh yeah, I can weld." But
It makes
what's
it
that, Ray John?
What's up, Raging?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Yep. I know that you left a comment on that video that Harbor Freight put out today,
Yep. Yep.
and I left a comment on that video also.
Oh,
I said,
crap.
"Hey, yeah, I did a 3.5 hours live stream about it, and that was, after I found out, and that was before I got the email." What's
Right.
up, Daryl?
Um, but if you will allow me, Mater, I got some very interesting news for you.
What's that?
I've been in contact with Harbor Freight Corporate.
Okay.
They are forwarding all my social media platforms to the sponsorship program that they have.
Wow.
Right.
Good.
And within any luck, they will start. Me and Harbor Freight will have a semi-partial partnership on the YouTube platform.
Did you mention me in
Wow.
there too? Nope.
Hey, Breezy. Hey, Daryl.
I thought you already had your information with them.
I've got one contact, but he's not in with the toolboxes. But he is trying to get me in contact with them.
Well, if you have an IG account, okay, go on
I've
to
got
their
him.
page.
Okay.
Go on to Harbor Freight's IG page and send them a direct message.
Okay. I can do that.
Uh, either it probably would be doing better if you do it like email message
Okay.
and just
Well, I
ask
do
them
know
about
that on
the
their
program.
well, on their website and everything, they have contacts on or a way to contact them through email. So I could probably go through that route.
Probably. But when I emailed them, I asked them if about partnering up with them for to do product reviews and stuff like that on the social media platform. They asked what my social media platform was, and I copied the link into an email and sent it back to him. He said thank you, and I will fast forward your information onto the the correct department to
Right.
start this underway.
Hey, Kenneth, how you doing?
So I'm just waiting to hear back from them now.
Hey, Kenneth.
It's that good old wait and find out or wait and see situation.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But with any luck,
Oh,
I will
that'd
be
be nice.
partnering. Yeah, I will be partnering with Harbor Freight.
That'll work.
What kind of incentives they gonna give you?
I don't know. that
You don't
that
care. You
will
don't
that
care if it's anything from Harbor Freight, right?
they can send me whatever they want to send me.
A free toolbox would be nice.
That would really be nice.
Hey, I'll take a Series 3 in red.
I
Oh,
don't care
and
what I
I
don't
was gonna
care what the
say,
color is. If they want to send me a free toolbox like that, they can send me a yellow one for all I care.
now, did you see the video they had on YouTube? I mean, I know you saw the video, but did you pay attention to the top of the end locker and hutch for that?
Uh huh.
What did you see that made it unusual?
Well, I didn't pay that much close attention to it, but I paid attention to it.
I did. I noticed that there were rib nut inserts on that where
Uh
you can bolt, where you're going to be able to bolt something down. So yeah, like the guy said from SEMA yesterday in Jeff's stream, they've got that thing set up to where it's going to have that top box going up there on top of the end locker and the hutch.
huh. Oh yeah, the overhead cabinet. Yeah.
Yep, the overhead
Oh
cabinet.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then those four holes, those threaded inserts, nut inserts. That's gonna help hold that top box up. It's gonna bolt
yep,
to that top. Like that's what I thought those were for,
yep.
and not painting, and not
Nope,
you know.
nope. Because that's what the Icon is got their setup for. That way they can take that overhead box and everything and bolt it down to not only the hutch but also the end locker.
Yeah. Well, even though the U.S. General don't really have that, that's something somebody can do on their own if they really wanted to put something up there like that
There
and
you go,
make sure it stays up there. I mean, they can drill a couple holes in the bottom of that in the bottom and just rib nut it on there themselves. I mean,
right.
they make the tools to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like on this bottom box, it's already got everything set up to where if I want to, I can actually bolt that top box to that bottom box.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't do it, but I guarantee you one thing: you ain't gonna just a couple of normal people. They're gonna struggle picking that heavy son bitch up because that damn thing fully loaded. You gonna be getting about 16 hernias picking that damn thing up.
Depending on what you put in that top box, yeah, it can weigh it by itself. It weighs about 250 pounds.
At 285.
Yeah, that's why I said about 250 pounds.
Now I'll put it like this: when I moved it the first time, when I first bought it to bring it in here, I had every single drawer out of it, and mind you, there was nothing in that box at all. Chris and I moved it, and both of us were kind of struggling with it. It's heavy, and the only thing I had was the handles I put on. Hey Wayne, but yeah, I mean that thing was it's heavy. Now, mind you, I got all the drawers back in it, and the drawers are all loaded down with tools. Yeah, I probably got about another 200-300 pounds of tools all in it. So that top box is probably weighing. I tell you, it's got to weigh a good 600 pounds now. And the thing about it is, they would have to take and find the handles to put on it also, because they're not even on there because you can't put the handle on with that end locker.
Right.
So you got no way of picking that thing up.
Where's your top box at anyway?
It's on top of that bottom box
Where at in your shop?
on the other side of this wall.
Oh, okay. Whoop.
Grand Central Terminal, how may we not help you? Yeah, Ken, I saw that. You got that 26 count. Now, was that the Fortress or was that the McGraw that you got? I saw you said it was on sale for what was it, $3.99, but I didn't know which one that was.
I think the McGraw ones are better than the Fortress one, if I'm not mistaken. I think the McGraw is what those baby blue ones.
Ah, he got Cobalt from Lowe's. I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Cobalt 26 gallon. No, okay. Hey, Cobalt 26 gallon. That's still not bad. Hey Scott, no, what is the news about DeWalt and I guess Matco? Is it Matco or it says Malco? Might be having fat fingers trying to type. Unless that's Milwaukee or Makita.
If he's talking about Milwaukee and Matco, that news has already dropped plenty of times. That they are now being sold on the Matco truck.
Oh, that Milwaukee is?
Yeah, it is officially dropped on the Matco truck.
All right, so you can get Milwaukee's tools and everything on the Matco truck. Okay. Now, what about DeWalt? Because he said looks like DeWalt and everything. I guess that's DeWalt because looks like it's DeWitt.
I don't know if I know. I think the Matco truck had DeWalt on the truck. I don't know if they're keeping it on the truck since Milwaukee is there.
He says Malco.
Oh, Malco pliers.
He says Malco vice grip pliers. He says they're closing their doors.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Now I've never heard of Malco pliers. Now,
Malco pliers is a very.
Go ahead.
Malco pliers was sold by JD Tico, and everybody loved them. I don't see why they would be closing their doors unless they sold their brand to somebody else.
I have no idea. Like I said, I've never even heard of them. That's a brand I've never even heard of. And I'm familiar with all the tool truck ones. Gear wrench Tecton, all that kind of stuff. Like what Home Depot's got. They got Husky. Lowe's has got Cobalt. Of course, Harbor Freight. They've got the Pittsburgh, and they got Doyle. I know, and of course they got Icon now. But he says they're closing the DeWitt plant. He says Malco bought the old DeWitt plant that made the original vice grip pliers. Huh. That I never knew.
Who bought that?
He was saying that Malco's closing.
Wait, no. Who bought the DeWitt plant?
Malco.
Malco, M-A-L-C-O.
C-O.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not familiar with them.
I'm not. He says, Malco bought the old DeWalt plant that made the original vice grip pliers, and they're closing it.
Hey, Anthony. Tool Trucking just dropped a video on that Series 3 box. Oh, okay.
He says Malco met all their orders and will be closing the doors at the end of the year. Wow. Hey, Shelly.
Oh, that was in comments. I thought you were looking that up on a computer or something. I didn't know all that was in comments.
Yeah, that's what.
I was on the phone. So I was out of pocket and I had y'all muted. I was muted, so y'all couldn't hear me, and I had y'all muted so I could hear the phone.
Right.
That was my 710. Rick. Hey, just Shelly. I was on the phone with my sister-in-law. She called and well, naturally. And I asked her, I says, where's the dentist office at? She said, on Lincoln. I said, I know on Lincoln, but where? I said, I'm coming from Take Cove Road. by where you used to work at Frosty's, the little hamburger joint. She said a block from Frosty's. I'm like, oh, okay. It's SWLA, Southwest Louisiana Dental Association. It's they take my insurance, which is good. Even if they didn't, they work on a sliding scale.
Ah.
And I got me an appointment for December 3rd. That's
Nice.
unusual because if I'd have called Crowley for an appointment, if they would answer their phones, I would have got an appointment for next December. Believe it or not. Yeah, next day. Hey, I was on a year waiting list. And I went over there and they were closed.
Hey, I like what 710 says. Yeah, to me, a chocolate frosty from Wendy's does sound good.
Frosty sounds good. Yeah, well, Frosty's is it's that little burger joint I got a video on, and Maniacs wanted to go, so we loaded up in my Jeep, and brought them over there to Frosty's, and they love those burgers. I mean, Money was eating his on the way back home,
Right.
and he almost told me to turn around because he wanted two more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Raging. Hey, 710 wants to know what you're doing driving around in the dark.
What you want? You want? All right. Who wants me to? If I get 5 or 10 people to ask me to turn the red light on, I'll turn the red light on. But until then, forget it.
Turn the red light on.
Turn the red light on. That's 2. All right, who else wants him to turn the red light on? We need 3 more.
You gotta get them gears crunching and them wheels are rolling to
And
make that l'argent, to make the money.
Yep.
What are you doing in the dark? Oh, yeah. I thought he asked, what are you doing driving in the dark?
No, well, he's driving, but he's in the dark. Okay, so Shelly says turn it on. East Coast Kim says turn it on. That's 4. We need 1 more. Shade Tree says turn it on. There's your 5. Say turn the red light on.
There's your 5 fans. Oh, it's on dim. It's on dim.
There you go.
Now you got it. Now you got it.
See, I could tell he was driving the way the camera and everything was shaking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that little.
Where you trucking off to this time?
Headed up near Chicago to pick up a load of PlayStations.
Damn.
What is Josh? Not Josh. Ed. What I was gonna say, what the hell is Ed selling now? I don't know why I said that. Shelly's saying you had to turn your pimp light on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ken's going, yeah, stop by and see Ed since you're up in the area. Hey, you go see Jehu.
Right.
Stop by and see Ed. What, Ed's live tonight or something?
No, he's up in Chicago and stop by and see Ed.
Raging, stop by and see Ed. Gotcha, yeah. He's in Chi-Town. Yeah, he lives in Chi-Town.
By the time I hit the customer, it's going to be after midnight. It's going to be way past Ed's bedtime.
Now, Raging, I know they call it, Chicago Chi-Town. Is it because they abbreviate CHI for Chicago?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Chi-Town. I didn't know. Right, I just didn't know if that's why.
It's a nickname.
I know, but I'm just saying I didn't know if that's why they called it or if it was because of something else.
Just CHI, Chi-Town.
Okay.
That's mentioned in a lot of songs, and Lido by Ball Skaggs.
Right.
Chi-Town's in that. Lido, flew into Chi-Town and one more job ought to get it.
Shelly, she said, hey, she's up there in Michigan. You can always drop one of them off at her house.
Right.
She's over there in Flint.
Flint, Michigan.
Nope, they lock the trailer down with their lock, and they got
Seal.
a little security system inside the trailer. If that door comes open before it hits the customer, it alerts the customer. So yeah,
Wow.
there's no way in hell I could get into that trailer without alerting the customer.
Who says you had to go through the doors in the back?
That's the only way in.
Who says
Yeah.
you can't make your own door?
Somebody will cut a hole in top of that thing if they know what you
Oh,
got.
cut a hole on the top, the side, the bottom. It's only aluminum. Aluminum cuts easy.
Yeah, well, by the time that grinder or whatever the cutting tool hits that trailer, they're not gonna like what happens next.
Why? Because you're going to stop real fast?
No, no. I can't really say because we're on a live stream, but yeah, they're not gonna like what happens next.
Oh, don't tell
They
me
ain't
they
gonna,
put
they ain't
one
gonna
day.
like what they ain't gonna like to see what you got in your hand.
Pretty
Well,
much.
I was gonna say, don't tell me they put that black dog inside there.
Oh, I can let my pit loose on them. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah, but you remember, the movie Black Dog, how that trooper opened up the trailer and there was that black dog inside there,
Uh
out and everything.
huh.
What? Yeah, to let him open it up. It's like, uh oh. Okay, East Coast Ken say he's gonna pull a Fast and Furious on that trailer.
Really?
Get you a bunch of brake burners, Ken. Hey, Missy.
There's my honey, Missy.
But yeah, that damn. I remember what. Yeah, that's an old movie there. I know they're supposed to be coming out with supposed to be in the works for a new one, from what I heard, for a new Fast and Furious. Now, whether or not they do,
Um,
I don't know.
I think there's going to be one more, and that right there will probably end the series.
Probably. Well,
The
they
last
match.
one, the last one that just came out was supposed to be the last one they came out with.
They keep saying that, and how many more they, say, hey, well, let's just do one more. Why not? And it's like, hey, we can do one more. You guys are still in shape.
Well, I mean, the Fast and the Furious franchise has really, I mean,
Kind of
it's
died out.
popular. It's not really died out, but it's popular. I mean, but there's only so much they can do with it.
Yep. Yeah, I like what Shade Tree's saying. Yeah, he needs to. He said he'll help Ken out, but he needs a car faster than that Honda Del Sol.
Keep this in mind. I've got side skirts in my trailer.
Oh, you got a female trailer. It's got skirts on, huh?
Yep.
Got them little bumper keep that little car from getting under the trailer.
What are those skirts do? Help with the aerodynamic of the trailer?
Yeah, basically.
Does it? Can you really see a difference pulling one with and without?
A little bit, not much.
Really, I didn't know they were for aerodynamics. I thought they were for safety.
That
No,
too.
That too. Oh, okay.
Right. Well, it might be for safety wise, but the way I look at it, the way they're on there is that they're more up underneath the trailer in the front, and they come out more as it goes further back. So to me, that looks like it's going to be diverting the wind and everything further away to make it more aerodynamic.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Otherwise, you just got that wind that's being pulled up underneath the trailer itself.
my uncle used to follow 18-wheelers when he'd come down from Jackson, Tennessee, down here to Louisiana.
Yeah.
He'd get his Budweiser van, and he was a big shot at the Budweiser plant up, Budweiser place up in Jackson, Tennessee, and he get just that right distance where that air, just like a race car driving, where they pulling you, and he almost said he'd tell my dad, I almost let my foot off the accelerator all the way, and he says it makes a difference in the gas mileage.
Yep.
Well, he didn't do that really in the van. He did that in his car.
Yep.
Yeah, because it would save him gas. He wasn't worried about the van, Bud van, because he had the credit card, gas card for the
right.
Budweiser van.
Just,
He'd bring me all kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's just like in NASCAR doing all that drafting and everything, going around the track.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
That's what I was saying, like the race cars do. What's up, Marky Mark? How you doing, mon ami?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Hey, let me do this. Check your messenger.
You know, fake FB Messenger.
Yep.
Yeah, he would bring me and my cousins a bunch of stuff, memorabilia, you know, like mirrors, Bud mirrors, you know, stuff for the ballroom. They gave my cousin a Budweiser clock, and it's one of those rare ones nowadays. Extremely expensive. And I'm like, God, dog. Gary topped me this year on the whatever. And then he's like, hey, Boo, look what I got for you for your truck. He had the Budweiser air horns. Like, damn, when you say Budweiser, you said it all. But it would play the music to that like Dixie, you know, but it would play the music. Bum, 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 bum. Had 4 horns on the 4 trumpets on there, and the little compressor that you just hooked up to the battery.
Lost rages. He must have got, since driving and everything, he must have lost signal. Got into a dead zone.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, check like I said, check your instant messenger on Facebook. I sent you the link. Get that butt up here. You ain't been on YouTube in what, almost 2 weeks?
Oh no, about 3 weeks now, I think.
It's been 3 weeks?
Yeah, at least.
He needs to stop messing with all those pulling mowers. Pulling season's over.
It's not just that, it's them the homes he's doing.
Oh yeah,
houses,
I know. Homes. I'm just trying to give him a hard time about it.
Trying to make his money work for him. Since he can't work, he's got to make his money work for him.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
He's back.
Yep. He's like a bad penny. He's always going to come back.
Well, what'd you find out today?
Me or Kate?
Yeah. Huh?
Me or Ray?
You, Mater.
Find out about what?
Did you make that phone call?
What phone call?
To that lady?
To which lady?
For your results, your CT.
I already have the CT. Oh, you're talking about? No, I
your
didn't. Your
gastrologist.
No, I didn't get a chance to call a gastrologist because we had a whole bunch of other things going on.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, I left the house probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I didn't get back home till almost 6 because I had all them errands to go run around over in Waxahachie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because since Crystal and I are going to be heading out of town for a few days, I had to find someone to come over and basically babysit for my mom. Make sure she's got our breakfast, lunch, and dinner and everything. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense, Chef. That's some people don't want cameras and all, whatever, in their places because of what they got.
Yep, that's true. Now I know you can probably you can film anything from the outside, like from the street area, but as far as inside, he'd have to have permission.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want anybody. Oh, wait a minute. No, he said, I'm not sure he'll let me film. Okay.
Right.
Plans are already being planned for next year's show out in Las Vegas for the SEMA Tool Show. The Raging Cajun will be attending.
You got
Good.
invited by a company?
No, you don't have to be invited. All you have to do
No.
is get on our site and register.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but I thought you were invited by all the freight or something.
No. I will be attending next year's show.
Cool.
Y'all seen Bradley Hyde in my comments already. I call him Nonk Bradley, and he always sends me a super sticker,
Yep.
$5, $6, whatever, $10. He's the one that puts that show on. He's a big shot for SEMA.
Ah.
He's over there directing, do this, do that, boom, boom, all of that stuff. He gets everything organized, and like I said, he's one of the big dogs in that.
I would love to be able to go out there to SEMA. I've heard about it, how much they've got going on, all the new stuff and everything. And I know that Graveyard Cards, they were out there one year, and Chrysler actually presented them with the Elephant motor and said, "Do with it whatever you want." And I'm going, they got a Elephant, a crate Elephant. I'm going, yeah. I wonder how much, how big a pry bar I'd have to stick that sucker in my little Dodge Caliber.
And if it was only like a business type thing, they would let come in. Since I am a small business owner,
Hey,
I
Tyler.
have my own LLC. I can register my business to the SEMA show
That's right.
and get in that way if I have to.
Well,
Yeah.
just don't do like Jan Michael Vincent in, what was it, White Line Fever?
Oh yeah, with his blue mule cab over truck.
Yep. Now I'm talking about as far as what he wound up doing with it at the very end of the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He goes up that little ramp right through that company sign, taking it all out.
Right.
Because they were trying to, I don't remember what all it was, but man, they were trying to push him around.
Oh yeah, it was trucking mafia. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They were running the show.
Yep. And he was
well,
trying to show them, hey, I ain't going back down being an independent.
right.
That was a very good movie.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Cajun, do you know where Jan Michael Vincent got his start at in acting?
I want to say he played a movie early on with Anthony Quinn, but I'm not sure that's Jan Michael grandson. I know he was on Airwolf, White Line Fever. Wait a minute. Yeah, when he was young, he was very young. Damn, what movie was it? I can remember. I can't remember the name of the movie or the show or whatever.
I can.
Go ahead, tell me. Tell us.
It was part of the show Danger Island that was shown by name I know name I know I just knew Banana Splits.
I'm not familiar with that one.
That was that kids show put on by Hanna-Barbera back in the '60s,
Okay.
and it was
All right.
the four characters all dressed up, and they had little skits and everything, but they had little shows that were like 5 or 10 minutes long, and Danger Island was like a little soap opera style.
Uh-huh.
It's like, but it was about this family and everything. They got deserted on an island, and they were being chased by pirates, modern day pirates.
And he did Buster and Billy. That's probably what I was thinking about,
That
Buster and
might be
Billy.
right. But from what I've been told, that was where he got his kind of his big start at because he was on the show, but he was only known as Jan Michael. He wasn't known as Jan Michael Vincent.
All right.
But yeah, he was really really young. We're talking he was still a teenager at that time.
He did a good job in Airwolf.
Yep, I liked him in Airwolf. It was really good.
Him and Ernest Borgnine.
Yep, and matter of fact, wasn't that long ago? I saw a video. It was on YouTube, and this guy was talking about the choppers and everything that were used in the show, and how one of them still exists
Huh.
and everything. Hey, Raging, Renegade
Yep.
wants to know how long it takes to drive from Jacksonville to Vegas. How long?
Depends on how you drive.
If he drives like a NASCAR driver, not that long. If he drives like an old
Couple.
lady, about
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Or you just stay on
Uh,
I-10 until you hit Quartzsite or Blythe, and then head straight north from there, or go a little further than Blythe at the California Arizona line, and pick you out a lonely highway straight up to Vegas.
when you get on I-70, hit Vegas. Well, no, I-40 should be able to take you straight into Vegas. Straight 40 to 15 and take 15 up to Vegas.
Jacksonville, he's right there at I-10. He can hit that stretch from I-10 to Quartzsite, Arizona, take 71 and cross over there, head straight north to Laughlin, and then head west on from Laughlin to Vegas.
I just looked it up from Jacksonville, Florida to Las Vegas. It's 2,216 miles and take 1 day, 8 hours.
Yeah, if you're
That's
driving
all.
straight through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
32
you can't
hours.
drive straight through. So yeah, you're looking at least a good 2 days.
What route, what highway, interstate they showing? 10 to what?
Let's see.
Probably 10 to 25, and then up that way.
Yep, it's showing 10 all the way up through. Let's see. There's Jacksonville there, up through whatever that is.
Arizona.
Well, hell, he ain't even gotten out of Florida yet. There's Tallahassee. Go on. Let's see. Yeah, basically taking. Yeah, Highway 10. Hell, I'm finding Pensacola. Let's see. There's Mobile, Alabama. Then if you take that down to 65, I guess they take that up and split and get back on to, it says 98, which I guess is going to be high 10. That says catching on 49. What state is that right there?
49 to 20, probably.
Well,
Well,
that looks like it might be up in. I'd be up there in Tennessee because I sure Vicksburg.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that route. It's showing me a different one on the map.
Oh,
well,
well, it's coming
I
over
can,
on 20 into Shreveport.
I wouldn't go the way they suggesting on this map.
I can tell you how to get there. I mean, it's easy. Take 10
Yeah, they're saying take it.
hang on, Mater. Before you exit out of, you can take 10 all the way across and take I-25 north through Flagstaff and stuff like that. But if you didn't want to take Flagstaff and you wanted a little bit shorter of a route, that way you ain't traveling that whole thing on 10. Because if you take 10 across Texas, that's like 800 or 900 miles. Now, if you take 10, there is a back way coming out of Florida called 231. Hit 231 northwest up to I-20 through Alabama, Mississippi, up through Memphis. Jump on 40 coming out of Memphis. Run that straight across through Flagstaff, through Oklahoma, stuff like that, through New Mexico, Arizona, and then you're going to take I-25 out of it's either I-25 or it's one of those back curvy roads going into Las Vegas coming out of Arizona.
Okay. I would take 10 all the way, but don't go through Phoenix, bypass Phoenix on 85.
I-25.
85, yeah. Come out, yeah, you bypass Phoenix like that. Go up to the Quartzsite, uh, on up into straight up into Parker, then hit from Parker, cross the Colorado River, hit Vidal Junction, straight up 95, and then you in Needles, hit 40 for a few miles, and hit 95 straight up, straight north, and you're gonna come out right there, almost in Las Vegas. You're gonna come out in Henderson on 93.
Oh, road.
So from 10 to Parker to 95 straight up to Vegas.
Renegade check your email. Send you a link. Hopefully it gets there faster this time.
Hey, the fastest way to get there is jump on an airplane and just take the airplane there.
But man, this thing wants to put you the way the map's showing me here. You got to go through, and it's up toll roads and all that too.
Damn.
And it's not all interstate. It's not all interstate. Jackson, Mississippi, and then Shreveport, then through Dallas on them toll roads there, then to Amarillo, Albuquerque.
Yeah, because if you stayed on I-10, you're going to be going down into Houston, and they'll take you over San Antonio, and then back up.
Yeah, into El Paso.
Yeah, 10 passes through El Paso. You can throw a rock and hit Juarez from I-10.
Oh, yeah. That is definite.
Yeah, we're going to say Renegade knows all about that. He probably's done it already. He said the wife won't get on a plane.
Oh, yeah, then you have to drive. I mean, you can take the A train.
Yeah, you can always get a train ride. That'd take a little bit longer, but you ain't got to worry about stopping for bathroom break or anything like that. Hey, William. That's one thing about being on that train. You can get up, stretch your legs, whatever you want to do, take a nap, not a problem. Go get you
Uh-huh.
something to eat, and you ain't got to stop to get it either.
Right.
I'd love to take a nice little country ride like that on a train. Now I know we've got them here that they start um, end of uh, November, where they start doing all like uh, the Christmas one. But they do
Uh-huh.
have them, throughout the rest of the year. But they're only like about 3 hour ride.
Yeah.
But still, even something like that would still be nice. I mean, they take you out by the piney woods and everything. But now I tell you, to me, when it comes to a train, there's nothing like the sound of the old steam locomotive when it starts blowing that horn. I mean, you get that, that sound from that steam engine and everything, the steam whistle. Yeah, yeah. I know for me, when I go out to Six Flags, I've got to get on that train they got out there and just ride it around the park. I mean, I'll get on. They have two stations out there, and they're opposite sides. I'll get on at one station. I'll ride around. They'll come in at the second station. I'll stay on. I'll take it right back to where I got on.
Right.
Almost. Route 66 don't really come all that close down here to Dallas Fort Worth area.
Oh no. Not Route 66.
You go up by Amarillo and everything, and then over towards like Oklahoma City, but you ain't getting anywhere near Dallas Fort Worth.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, Route 66 is I-40.
Is it now?
Pretty much.
Part of it. I think part of it. Yeah, 40. See, in Kingman, when you get to Kingman, let's see, Holbrook. What is that? That's Arizona. Uh, uh, 66 runs through Kingman because I've been on Route 66 two times in my life, going there and then coming back from Parker, from Earth, California.
Uh-huh.
I went straight up to Needles and then hooked a right, and I was 66 there and took that Bullhead City, Kingman. Where you? How you doing, mon ami?
We travel that road plenty.
Yeah, well, I know Chris and I, we're going to be, like I said, we're traveling tomorrow, and we're going to be enjoying it.
I didn't know 66 went through Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know it leaves what?
If anybody's
Chicago?
ever gone through Kingman,
Does it leave
so,
Chicago or Detroit?
Comes out of Chicago, I think.
Yeah. And because I always thought 66 was a more northern route, more north than Oklahoma.
Oh, you're talking about my other counterpart, Tomater.
no, if anybody's ever traveling through Arizona, like Kingman, Arizona, that I think it's Petro or TA that's in Kingman. They got the Black Bear Diner there. Oh man, you got some good eating there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Shade Tree's saying it starts in Chicago. Yeah, what he's talking about is that Tomater over there in Radiator Springs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that like I said, that's the my wild and crazy counterpart. He's over there.
Right.
He likes to get it done.
Get her done.
Yep. Know what I mean? Someone got the washer out of whack. Got something in there that ain't balanced.
Yeah, a lot of 66 is I-40. It just travels on the side of it.
Well, this
Yeah.
time of year until at least April or May is when I stay out of the Northwest.
Oh, I guess.
I don't.
Gee,
I
I
don't
wonder
even.
why.
I don't even touch that part of the world this time of year.
Too cold and too icy and too snowy.
Too damn windy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, with all them cold fronts coming through.
I-80 right now. That stretch of road right now is from Chicago on over all the way over to Oregon and Washington. You can forget it. I won't travel it.
That bad?
Yeah. It gets windy up there on I-80.
Oh, yeah, you get 60, 70 mile an hour winds easy.
Yeah. Is that? I was gonna say, is that one where I see video showing the guy going down the road and the whole rig just getting blown over?
Yep.
Damn.
I-80.
All right, Briggs. He's saying that Cummins is getting an extra 2 miles a gallon because it got snipped.
Is that it? What is he getting per mile right now?
Here comes the
Per gallon?
got the hot pepper guy in.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Anthony.
Boo, Mater.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a guy
been
that
on
likes
for 1 hour.
Yep. It's a guy that likes eating all them hot peppers and see how red his face can get.
Well, they just got 2 days of fresh California rain. I'll go grab some.
That's up to you. They're your peppers, not mine.
I don't know
Yeah,
what rain is. I'm just like, what is this stuff?
He's saying he's getting 11.5 miles a gallon, I guess.
Woo.
yeah, I'm getting about 11 and a half too right now.
And are you running a Cummins in yours?
Nope.
He tried.
Detroit diesel.
And I take it then that second valve did the trick. No more problems with that pop-off valve for the air, right?
Nope.
There you go, Mater.
They made sure it was all good in operation before they gave us the truck back.
That's good.
That's the benefits of going to between a dealership and a secondary shop. The dealership's going to make sure your truck is 9 times out of 10 they're going to make sure your truck is running right before they give it to you.
Briggs was saying you're running a boat anchor in a Volvo.
I've got 471,000 miles on this thing, and I don't really have any problems out of the engine. Come again, Briggs.
I don't drive trucks.
Try that one again.
Pocket here.
That's why Crystal's not up. She's on the phone with her daughter.
Oh. Well, that's more important.
Yep. That's true. That would have to be the one that's up there in Amarillo at the Texan steakhouse. Yeah. You got to eat the 72-ounce steak, the baked potato, the salad, the roll, and
that's the place, the Big Texan, I think, right?
yeah, the big Texan steakhouse. But you also have to eat the 4-piece shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, I can't do
And
that.
the
I'm
thing
too small
about
for
it is,
that.
the thing about it is, whoever signs up for it, yeah, you got 1 hour to eat the whole thing. Okay, but you're sitting at a table up on a stage all by yourself.
I believe that was on Man vs. Food.
And the thing about it is, you're not even allowed to get up.
Ooh.
Yep.
I seen a girl,
Oh yeah.
and a small girl at that. She goes all over, her and her husband, and she eats. And it's amazing how much that little girl can eat.
A
Yeah.
small
She
girls can
doesn't.
eat a
They-
lot of food.
Now I tell you what really gets me is
I
there's
think
a
she
guy-
went to that place that
Yeah,
you're
she
talking
did.
about.
28 minutes. Yeah. Now, but there's a guy. He's from somewhere over in England, and I've been watching some of his videos, and I haven't seen any lately. But this guy will go to a place and do their food challenge. Okay. And I've seen this guy. I mean, he just packs it all down. He'll get a meal. He'll eat it. Then he'll ask for dessert and eat that. And usually they'll say, if you can eat that, it's on the house also. But it's like, yeah, I mean, and he's like, they give him like an hour to eat it all in. He's doing a lot of that in like 30 minutes. But it's like the breakfast one. Oh my God. Up like this. There was one place, they brought this platter out. I guarantee you that it would be enough for myself, Boo, Raging, and even you, Anthony. And we might even leave food left over.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
And this
I
guy,
can eat. I can eat. Trust me.
yeah, no, but this guy, he ate it all. I'm going,
So
damn.
when I worked at Tesla in the factory, I was doing 12-hour shifts. I would literally go to the store. I'd buy one of those pre-made baguettes, the 2-foot ones or 1.5-foot ones. Cut the whole thing in half, make a whole sandwich out of it, big sub, everything, all my deli meats, everything. And I'd cut portions of it off. We'd get a break every I think so 6. Every 2 hours we get a 15-minute break, then we get a 30-minute lunch. And everyone's like, "Where do you put all the food?" But I'm working so much, so fast, I have to eat like that.
Right.
All that food is fuel and intake to be up, because I was actually literally up for about 20 hours average a day. And then once we got to the time change effect, there was a point in time where I only saw the sun for like an hour to an hour and a half a day. So I was literally living like a friggin' vampire, because I'd wake up at 4 a.m., get to work at 6, it's dark. I'm leaving work, it's dark. So the only time I'd see the light is for those few hours through the windows, and when I'm on my lunch for like an hour.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, but
hard, crazy adjustments.
Yeah, but Anthony, what I'm saying is, this guy, he sits down and eats it. And they give him like an hour to eat it all in. He'll eat the whole damn thing in about 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, you can't do that. That stretches your gut and
And that's including the sausage links, the baked beans, the
his
all the
colon's
ham,
gotta hate him.
the ham, the eggs, the pancakes. And we're talking pancakes probably is, at least 12-inch in diameter. He's got, I think there's like 3 of them. But
I don't think I could do a 2-pound Salisbury steak, Ken. I don't like it. I don't even like Salisbury steak.
No, I couldn't do that either.
But
Almost all onions in it, he said.
I was going to say that, William, I think if I'm not mistaken, that steak meal, I think it's like $75.
That's not bad for what it is.
But the thing about it is you have to pay for it before you sit down.
That's the catch. You got to pay for it first.
Now, you pay for it before, and now you pick out the steak that you want. And tell them how
okay.
you want it.
That's not all right. So there's something there.
Right. So you get a chance
I want
to pick
that
out
cut
the steak.
medium rare.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they say. Do not get it cooked well done.
That's not the right way to make a steak in the first place.
Right. But if you're
No,
going to
you
do
kill
the
him twice.
right. But the thing
You
about
might as well just eat the boot.
that's what I'm saying. Because by the time you get it done well done, it's going to be too damn dry and hard to eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Your best bet is a good medium. Maybe medium rare.
Medium rare. I like
I don't-
mine medium rare. Pink all throughout, no red stuff dripping
Get a
out.
good solid middle pink line. I'm happy.
I can be
want
happy.
pink
with,
all
like,
throughout.
I like a little medium well on my steak.
You're one of the weird ones.
Well,
It's not.
I mean medium.
I'm talking about where it's got very little bit of pink, like right in the middle, but
It's a high medium is where you're at.
no, a high
Yeah.
medium. Okay.
See, my mom's one of those freaks of nature. I want a well done steak, and then over time, now she's like, I want medium. I want a little pink, and I want a little bit of blood. I'm like, okay.
I went to one steakhouse years ago, and it gave a list of how the steak would look and everything.
Yeah.
From rare, all the different ones, down to the very bottom. It says "well done." It said charcoal.
The
like-
wife will invest in one of those pellet grills.
I don't know where all these planes come from, but they keep coming. So you need to know California is. You need to turn away. Please go.
Well, right now, Raging, I know that at Lowe's, some guy he put a video out talking about the pellet grill. No, a pellet grill, but it was also propane, and they had it marked for like $300, and we're talking a $1,200 grill. So now would be a good time to go get one.
I still roll with an old school Weber.
Right.
Yeah, this guy he
I
was
have a
looking.
Weber I can't get rid of because it's the old one that has the two bottom vents here, and there it has the triangle vent system. It was
Right.
given to me by a friend before he moved to Ohio, and I got another Weber for free, brand new for free. The guy said he only used it like 4 times. I'm like, he said, all right, take it. You live like 6 houses away. I'm like, I just went and picked it up, carried it home. That Asket system is crap. The little one where you move it and it has the little fins and stuff.
Well,
Oh yeah,
It's crap compared to the old one I've had for like 2 years now, where I got the 3 vents. Granted, one of them don't work because it's froze up. I have to use little foil balls to plug it off, but it's still a better system.
hey, I forgot something.
So,
grill-
so why are we telling Ted to shut up today?
the grill
What did
I
Ed say?
have now.
Train horn.
Yeah,
Just
got
good
that
for train
engineer
horn
blowing
things.
that horn.
But the grill
Okay.
I have now, I actually bought it in El Centro, California. The truck was a mile away from the Home Depot where I was at. Just imagine how I had to get that grill back to the truck and where it had to go to get it home to Michigan.
Very carefully.
I got it halfway out into the parking lot. I was sitting out there in the parking lot, and I spotted a guy with the truck. Okay? I paid this guy $20 to drive me 1 mile back to the semi.
Yeah, I do. I drive a mile for $20.
Can't have my meat moving back of me. Has to be
And
dead.
then into the trailer. It's a party mode to the trailer and stay there for a couple of weeks.
Right now, Raging, you're kind of breaking up because of the air.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I say, yeah, you're breaking up.
Chef
audio.
Shapley, is the pit boss? Is that the barrel one where
I'll
you
be
can
back
hang
in.
it?
All right.
The pit boss. I think that's the barrel, if I remember.
I don't know.
I think it's the one what's a barrel. You can. It has a couple racks, and then you fill it from the bottom with your wood or whatever your heat source is going to be. And you can hang hooks and stuff.
It might be that. I'm not sure.
It sucks. We just got rid of about like 12 oil drums, but none of them were food grade.
Huh.
I would have took them home if they were food grade quality ones and cut them in half and made a sideways smoker and welded a little baby offset box.
Wow.
Do it the old fashioned way.
Well, like I said, for me, I know that right now would be a good time to start going and getting barbecue grills because
Oh yeah,
it's getting to be that season, especially like where I'm at. People aren't going to be wanting to get out there and really barbecue because it's going to be getting too damn cold to be out there.
yeah. For me, it's all year.
Yeah.
There's a guy I follow named Uncle Scott. He does a lot of carbon steel and cast irons kind of stuff and cooking stuff. He said, if you guys are into smokers, he said he saw the what was it? The big, I guess it's a big green egg maybe.
Okay.
And it was at Costco for $600. But then his father-in-law or nephew or whoever married in said he saw him as low as like $560 at some Costco's.
That to me still saying it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, no, for me, both price points are expensive.
Yeah, it's like I go over here to Walmart and I'll get something for.
I can achieve the same thing with the Weber.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, to me, I'll be happy going over to Walmart.
I know people love those big green eggs though.
Yeah, but I'll get the ones like $30.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I've dug a hole in the ground and cooked.
That's what I used to do when I was in Cub Scouts. That's
you dig a hole, you line it with rocks, you wrap all your stuff up.
Right. Well, they got out there, they dug the trench and everything, got the wood and everything put in there, got it lit, and basically, we started cooking once the actual fire died down, but just had them coals, and then we would just take that meat, put it in aluminum foil, get it all sealed up tight, stick it out there and let it cook.
Or you do the Mexican Hawaiian way, banana leaves. It really does work.
I bet that gives us some good flavor too.
I've done pork like that, which I probably should film. I know you saw my sandwich video, Mater.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That took me over 2 weeks to film and actually edit down.
Damn.
Well, it's just I have a job and a life.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like this
I've
week,
been so busy, it's a joke.
I forgot to do my Tool Time Tuesday video this week, so I said just to hell with it. I'll do one next week.
Well, that means you need to drop 2 of them then.
No.
Hey, I don't think I did too bad for a tool item Tuesday with the stream I did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
No, you did good on that one. You went for 3 hours. I was literally walking out of work.
3.5 hours. And the thing about it is, Anthony, I was like the second channel to be able to put out there about the Harbor Freight toolbox.
And then the fact that you had Dell on too. Dell's big on that.
Right. And the thing about it is, we knew about it before the Harbor Freight coupon or Harbor Freight email showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I was already live at least an hour before I got the email.
I don't know how long you were live. I walked out around 3:30, 3:45 from the shop, and I just clicked on YouTube because I would like to listen to stuff on the way home.
Right.
And
I started. I started at 4:00, which would be 2:00 your time.
Oh, so you were already going when I saw you then.
Like I said, I stopped 3.5 hours later.
And that's that's U.S. General, right?
Yep, that's the U.S. General.
One thing I noticed in the comments specifically, it's Chef Shade Tree's comments that I noticed. It's about the locks on the carts and stuff. They're on that one side. I have a coworker that has a U.S. cart.
Okay, now
another coworker that has. One person likes him. The other person hates him because he's like, I only have to go. I have to go to one side of the box. I'd rather not even have the locks on each drawer.
Right. Well, now, like for me, I've got the Series 2, and you have to go to the right-hand side to unlock it. But now, the video that Harbor Freight...
Yeah, that's what they do. They go right hand side.
Yeah, okay. But now the video that Harbor Freight put today out, it looks just like that the 5 drawer service bank, where you can go anywhere along that handle and move from one side to the other and unlock
Yep.
it.
Yep. They have listened to everybody's comments on that locking system for the Series 2, and they integrated the same locking system, not the exact same locking system, but for the handles, they integrated that whole thing under the handle where you can just reach
Oh,
under
so it's an
anywhere
entire bar
and
now, so you can grab any
yeah,
side of the drawer now.
Yep,
yes,
Even the middle.
Well, see, now that's nice.
yep.
Instead of
It's
having
even
not
the middle of the drawer and open it.
the one
it's
guy,
not
he's like this. I have to
right.
go only here one side. It's a little push and pull crap thing only on one side.
Yeah, but
So it's
they've
going to
got
be
it
like a little.
set up
It's going to like a little flapper. Whole thing
Well,
opens.
no, you still have to, I think, slide it over to one side, but you don't have to go to,
Oh,
like for
so it's a
me,
little. It's
I
going to
don't
be
have to
a
go.
thing, something like this though, where you push it down and you push it left or right, and the drawer should open.
No, you basically put your hand up and it like that, and we'll slide underneath.
Yeah,
It's the same. It's the same slide system that the 34-inch MasterTech card has. Same exact thing.
Yep.
there we go. All right, so
And one thing that they even showed in the video that they're even going to have electrical port outlets inside the in
The
lockers.
lockers.
The lockers themselves, you can actually run power cords and everything into those even.
yeah, see that's not a make or break for me by any means.
No,
Like
but
I'm telling my old apprentice that I used to work with on graveyard, he's like, I need a box, and he's wanting to go. I'm like, just go to Harbor Freight and grab a 5-drawer cart, kid.
That's all
It's
he
gonna
needs
do
right now.
everything and more that you need. It's not going to do. It's only $300.
yeah. But the thing about now, the one thing that has not been mentioned, and that's something I know everybody's going to be wanting to know is price, because in that video, or actually in the picture, like what Dale was showing, you actually had the Icon toolbox sitting right behind.
Yeah, I saw where it was kind of in the background, kind of creeping. Like it's just a hair shorter.
Yeah, because
the hair shorter in length.
Well, the U.S. General is 72-inch, but the Icon is 73. But they made those in lockers 6 inches wider. Now I don't remember. I don't know what the size is on the in lockers for Icon.
How
I think they're
deep are they going to make the boxes though? Like 24, 26, or 30?
They're going to do them at.
I think my Husky's 26.
Okay, they've got them set up. There's going to be 4 different sizes. They're going to make them all 4. You're going to have them for the what is it?
He's talking about the depth.
The depth, like for the drawer pool.
That I don't know, but I do know that they're 25 right now, so they might go to. No, I think they're 22 inches.
They're 22 inches right now.
22 is old-fashioned standard.
Okay, so the Icon is 25, so they might be going 25 inches.
That's good. I know there's some 30-inch ones that they did, right?
Right.
If they're going big like this, they should just make the whole box 30 inches deep in depth.
Well, right, but the way it looks and everything.
Capacity.
Hey, Anthony, the way it looks like as if it's being made at the same plant as the Icon.
Most likely, probably.
So, I mean, they don't have to do much different, and everything. So, you're basically going to get the Icon box in the U.S. General name.
And there's nothing wrong with them either.
No.
There's only one professional box in our entire shop from the head engineer, and he even bought that secondhand.
And what box was that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little Mac box, small. It's not a Revel. It's nothing special. It's just a little Mac box cart of some sort. But most of us, when it comes to our tools, we are running for everything that's considered daily use. Myself and like the engineers that are more experienced, we use daily tools that are more tool truck quality, but we also have cheap stuff in our boxes as well, myself included.
Yeah.
I have Clearance, I have Craftsman, I have Tecton, I have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Renegade's saying Harbor Freight doesn't have a 30-inch deep. They probably have the 22. but it's the Icon I think is 25. So I think that's what they're doing. Is why they brought to the bigger in locker and everything.
Right back. I got to go check this World Series, Mater.
The Astros better be winning.
I'll let you know when I get back.
Right.
Now,
I hope they're winning too.
Yeah.
now Renegade is completely right. They don't have a 30-inch deep drawer, but the tool carts, the 4 and 5 drawer tool carts, they are 30 inches wide.
Right. But he's saying,
by
yeah.
22 inches deep.
Right. Well, he's saying the Icon is 25 inches deep. So that's what I'm thinking is the fact that they're doing the U.S. General, the Series 3, in 25 inches in depth.
Because if they are, they have listened to everybody's comments on it.
Yep.
It needs to be a little bit deeper. And when this box drops, it's not going to drop until the springtime. That's the time frame for the new box to drop inside the store.
Right.
When this new box drops, you can expect a good hefty price tag on it at first, just like the 34-inch MasterTech had a good hefty price tag on it.
Yep.
But I would be more than willing to say, after a few months, they could be dropping the price. They're going to throw a good hefty price tag on it, like anything.
Oh yeah.
For the start of it.
Yep. And I'll give you one good example. LED lights. When they first came out, I remember going into my local Home Depot, and they had them. It was like $70 for one bulb.
Mm-hmm.
For an LED bulb. And of course, that's been what, 15, 20 years ago when they first came out?
I think so, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, the technology was not around like it is now. So it was kind of a startup. How much are you going to pay for a 4-pack of LED bulbs now? What?
$5.
$5. Yeah. I was going to say
bought some yesterday or day before yesterday at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
But then 20 years ago, a 4-pack would cost you about almost $300.
I think they were the 60 or 80 watt, 60 watt.
Mm-hmm. Because what was the price on the 34? What, $8.99 when it first dropped?
I don't remember how much that one was. They've come down. They have come down on the prices on a lot of it. So, because, like you said, first come out, they're going to be going, yeah, we want to sell this. We'll sell it. And everybody's going, yeah, we're going to buy it. Not for that damn price, we ain't. And hard price coming up. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here to get sales going.
William sent me a text with a couple of pictures. Walmart Willie. And it was a picture of Walmart, believe it or not. And he earned that name, Walmart Willie, put it that way. Anyway, some old guy tried to make a drive-through at the deli at Walmart. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't enough that the pharmacy has a drive-through. He wanted a drive-through at the deli.
I saw a video. It was one of those stupid, crazy drivers and everything. And they were coming down the road, and they had a light right there in front of them, but it was coming up at a T. I mean, they go either left or they go right, because if they went straight, which they wound up doing, right up and over the fence, right out into the airport. Yeah, they didn't stop. I mean, they hit that curb, and they were doing the Dukes of Hazzard up and over that chain link fence going around the airport.
Dang. They thought they had wings, huh?
No, they weren't paying attention. I saw one.
It was a joke.
Yeah,
it was a joke. Because he did it at an airport, he thought he could take off and fly too.
He probably been drinking some of that Red Bull, because he think Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but no, they showed this guy going down
It
The
is a
highway.
pitcher's duel, Mater.
Really?
0-0, I think bottom or top of the fourth, I think is what I saw.
Damn.
Huh?
But no, they showed this car. It was an Audi,
Ooh,
and
we got
you
wind.
seen the car on the highway stop, flashers going. This guy in an Audi was not paying attention, hit him from behind and everything, 60 miles an hour.
Cool.
How you doing, sir?
He shortened that Audi down about 3.5 feet.
I bet your stuff was flying everywhere.
Yep. And when he hit that other vehicle, he hit it so hard it made that move into the center lane and clip another car, and that thing rolled on its side.
Dang.
Yeah.
I seen a YouTube video. This car crosses the median on the interstate. The car was flying, and I mean flying. The dash cam showed this, and or was it a truck? No, it was a truck, like a Silverado, half ton. You know, but the half tons are good size nowadays. And this 18-wheeler, it hit dead on. I mean, dead head on. And that truck was obliterated into pieces. They showed the aftermath of it. It showed the dash cam, the truck of the accident happening. And then naturally he had to pull over, and he popped some pictures of the truck and the shape it was in, the Silverado. Pieces were, I mean, you could see an explosion on in the front of the hood of that 18-wheeler. Pieces were just going everywhere. The dash cam showed.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad. The guy got killed naturally.
Ooh.
I mean, he made ground meat out of him. They estimated he was doing something like 80 miles an hour
Jeez.
when he hit the front end of that 18, when he hit head on. Because that truck was coming. You could see it in the dash cam. I mean, it wasn't fast forwarded or anything. That truck was coming fast.
Well, I know one thing. You hit an 18-wheeler head on, and you going that fast, and if he's going about the same speed,
Yeah,
5
65,
points of
70.
contact right
Yeah.
there.
yeah, 75, 80. If he's doing 75, 80, you're doing 75, 80. That's like hitting a brick wall doing about 150.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee it. That brick wall is going to win every single time.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna happen to the granddaddy of the modern NASCAR.
Yep.
Old
How about the
Earnhardt
Intimidator?
Senior.
Yep. The Intimidator. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Scott.
There's no winning that one.
No. Oh, no. Now, I seen one. It wasn't a wreck, but I'll put it like this. I was heading over to Waxahachie one day, and I hadn't even got to the Motorplex, and all of a sudden I seen lights and everything flashing up ahead. And let's just say that cab, or I should say, what was left of the cab, was on the ground in molten puddles of aluminum.
Yep.
Cool.
It's so hot it melts.
And the trailer was the same way.
Oh, we've had a few of those tankers over jackknife and just
Yep.
everything. Roads melted. Cap everything.
Yeah, well, we had a customer of ours, and they ordered. They had a rush shipment of aluminum rivets that they wanted us to paint, and we had 3 barrels of them, and we're talking, I think, about 400 pounds of aluminum rivets they wanted painted. Okay, they paid the money for the rush order and everything. We got them done, and we got them all put back in the barrels on the pallet, shrink wrapped and everything. The truck driver came and got them. He took that trailer to the yard. He was just a local driver. But mind you, this stuff was going, I think, South Carolina. So the driver that was going to take it up there, he hooked onto the trailer, and he got up on the highway, and some idiot decided to do a brake check, and oh, there's my exit. Boom. That driver in the truck and everything, he tried to avoid the car. He didn't avoid the what was that, about a 7 or 8 foot round diameter pillar that holds the bridge up.
Oh,
Hit that thing head on and split the fuel tanks and the fuel lines and everything. Yeah, that tractor was totally shot, and the trailer was melted, and that fire was so hot, all them rivets were melted.
man.
I can believe it, man.
It amazes me how stupid somebody can be to cut off a semi and do a brake check. It's not
We've had
going
a
to end
few
well.
news stories in the past, Matter, where motorcyclists cut off semis, and it's travesty
Oh yeah.
every fucking time.
Now I
Yeah.
feel like this to me. Okay, if you're that dumb in either a car or a truck, and I'm talking about pickup truck, okay, you're going down the road and you pull in front of an 18-wheeler and decide to brake check, he shouldn't hit the brakes. He should hit the gas and just demolish you. Because if you're that dumb, you should deserve the consequences from it.
I have a person I know who used to work for the railroad. So, you know how people tend to dump stuff on the railroad tracks across the country. So some people tend to dump stuff like couches on the railroad track. This guy literally said he sees a couch like that. He's like, ooh, fun. He goes faster. The train is not going to stop.
Nope.
That couch is just going to explode.
Yep.
That comes from a railroad conductor.
Now, I said, I go to the Texas Renaissance Festival. Well, the railroad tracks actually go through the front section of the property for them. And
Yeah, mine's right here.
some idiot leaving one night tried to beat the train, and it was going full force. Let's just say they had all 3 exits for the festival blocked, and that train, it took them almost a mile and a half to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Oh, stop. You're talking stopping distance.
Stop. No, I'm talking about by the time they hit the car and stopped, it was about a mile and a half. But yet they still had all 3 exits for the festival blocked. That ought to tell you how long that damn train was.
Yeah.
Well, with all that weight and everything too. So
Yeah.
where I live, Mater, right off, this is an joining fence to this side of my house. I jump that fence. I'm on federal property. I'm on train tracks. And those tracks run this direction here. I've lived in this house for 18 years. There have been 5 people hit by trains, walking on crosswalks to the point where the city put up little things, stop, where you have to walk through a little turnstile on the sidewalk to cross those train tracks. Me, I just walk around because I'm not stupid. Or people directly walking on these train tracks.
Oh. Yeah,
And
that's asking for trouble right there.
And there's another set of tracks about a half mile away with the same problem that was when I was in school when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
People just flat out don't. I'm talking about pedestrians now. People walking. People just don't pay attention.
Nope,
You mean to tell
they
me you
don't.
can't see this big old sign coming down doing this?
No, I
You
can
can't
believe
hear
it.
these sounds. And most of the ones when I was a kid were all youngsters and kids when I was in high school had earphones on. They're not listening. Now, I've never been an advocate of having 2 things in my ears. I always only do one. So I have one ear so I could hear what's what if I'm walking around, especially where I live. It's such an industrial area. I want to be aware of what's going on. You don't need both
Right.
ears plugged up. You can listen to your music or your tunes through one ear. And when I was in school. Two specific ones were kids walking train tracks, both ears plugged up, not paying attention. I can hear a train coming from about a half mile away and look down a track, and I can, even though my eyes are bad, I can see the headlight of that damn train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel, if you're on the tracks, you're going to feel the damn vibration from it.
Mm-hmm.
That damn far away.
I've stood no less than 10 feet away from Amtrak coming 80 miles an hour.
Dang.
Now,
And
I tell you what got me.
I don't
now,
recommend it.
There's a video. I'll like this. There's a video out there. This lady got pulled over by the sheriff's department, okay? And she stopped her truck and everything. They put her in handcuffs. Now, she stopped on the other side of the tracks. The patrol car was parked on the tracks, okay?
The patrol car is wrong.
They put her handcuffed in the back of it and then went and started searching her truck, left the patrol car sitting there. That train came through there and smashed the hell out of it. Now, mind you, she got lucky to live. But they did not tell her why they were basically arresting her.
Well, there's a million reasons wrong with everything you just said. Hey,
She got a lawsuit out of that.
Oh, yeah.
city vehicle stopped on tracks should move on through. It's in the book, or at least where I live.
Yeah.
Should never stop on tracks. You pursue through. And they put her in the vehicle on the tracks, you said?
Yeah.
That's human endangerment.
Yep.
Yeah. Big time.
Yep. And that's exactly what.
There's no way out of that lawsuit.
Right. That's
You
that's
put
what
me in
they are
handcuffs,
doing.
restricted of movement in with vehicle on tracks, and a train came.
Yeah.
When you know better, you
and
should have
they
moved
knew-
me off
right.
to the. They should have gave her the option to move off to the side and pull up behind her.
Well,
and
the
then
thing
do what they
about
had
it
to do.
is, okay, but that's where they stopped her. That's where she stopped, but the officer stopped on the tracks. Okay, what they should have done is, as soon as they had her handcuffed and in the squad car, they should have moved that squad car off the tracks. But they didn't. They were too busy interested in looking in the vehicle trying to find a gun, which they didn't even find one. About 15 to 20 seconds before the train hit, they saw it. They did not even want to run over to get in the car, to start it up and move it.
I'm more held up on the fact that an officer of the law left his vehicle on tracks.
Yeah.
That's just complete ignorance. I don't care about what his business was. He did wrong on that.
Yeah, and it's all on dash cam by another officer's squad car.
That hopefully that man is no longer an officer.
Oh, you better believe he ain't an officer.
Oh, I guarantee you that if that person was still an officer, he might be an officer for school crossing guard.
Shit, I wouldn't even trust him with that.
Him on that.
Yeah.
You couldn't even understand the concept. These are train tracks. A train can come if they're live. Like, see, for me, I have so many sets of tracks, Mater. I know which ones are live tracks and dead tracks in my area. I have sets of them. Like mine are live.
Right.
Over here, 2 blocks away, these are dead tracks. They've been dead since 1987. In use, but they are still private property.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because they
Even
may
though-
go back into use at some
Right.
point.
Right, because they are still owned by the railroad. They have the option.
We have Southern and Union here.
Right, but that's the thing. They have the option at any time that they want to, that they can reactivate them and use them.
Yep.
All they got to do is have an inspection crew come out there.
Yep. Oh, I see them all the time I see them all the time. I want to get on the little truck where they have the truck on. They have the F-150s where they're just bare wheels, and they're just driving down the tracks. I want to do that one day.
Well, now down here we got Southern. I think Southern Union Pacific, something like that. They have those like an F-250 crew cab, but these are the ones that they got them set up to where You can drive them on the street, but when they go to get up on the tracks, they get up on there, and they've got the little wheels that actually come down by hydraulics and lift
Yeah, it's the same thing.
up.
Same thing here. I just see him driving straight down the track.
Yeah, but
This
they've got
dude just comes out like this.
yeah, but they've got the
he stopped. I seen him one time. They stopped because my house borders their property.
right.
They told me I'm allowed to have I can have a garden as long as I maintain the back of the property. They said they literally told me I can do that as long as I maintain it, even though it's their property. I can start digging up stuff on their property and plant stuff and do what I want along my entire back fence line from, I think it's like 27 blocks total.
Right.
Dang.
People have gardens and planter boxes on their property. As long as we maintain it, they're okay with it, is what my understanding is.
Now, okay. Now,
We also have issues with fires, though.
I know. What I was going to say is that Chef Chase Tree, he's been going through a problem in his area where they are basically demanding that he tears down a couple of buildings because supposedly it's in the danger for the railroad, yet the railroad themselves are the ones that built the station and everything. And they are trying to tell him that he needs to get them tore down at his expense. He can keep the
if
property.
they built them, it's not his expense. If it's
Right.
Union Pacific construction, it's not his
That,
problem.
I don't know. But here's the thing. He's not in town city limits. Okay. Now, it's their township that's over there. But here's the kicker. They're telling him that once he tears the buildings down, he can't build anything on the property, even though it's his own property.
Is there a property line that needs to be discussed then, possibly?
That I don't know.
I would say it's a property line problem.
It might be. I don't know on that.
Like, I'm not too privy to like stuff like townships and things like that, though, myself.
Right. I'm not either, but we've been telling him we need to do is
You need to talk to someone as high up the food chain as you can go.
right. Well, I've told him, hey, go find a television station that does investigative reporting.
Yep.
They
I don't
will-
see nothing. I don't like. They're telling him to tear down something that's theirs.
No, it's on his own property. The building was there when he bought it. When he bought the property, okay, it was there. Now,
Right.
the railroad built it as a train station at that time.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the-
it might have been like something like a Segway or a track where you switch tracks and run in.
Well, no, it's a kind where where passengers could board the train and everything.
Yes, that's not his problem as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
That's whatever railroad this is. That's their problem. They
No,
built
the-
something that's old, that's outdated, not use it.
Okay,
Go remove it. Give the man his property. And his
okay, but here's the thing. Okay, the railroad's not the one complaining; it's the township. The township is the one complaining, not the railroad.
Oh, I mean, can anyone explain what a township is to me?
Basically, your
All right.
city.
If they're complaining about property or something, it's probably easement that they're talking about.
No, it's like I said, the railroad is not the one complaining.
They'll gladly remove it.
No, it's the township that is close by him is the one making the complaint. Even though he doesn't even live in the town city limits, he's outside their city limits. So to me, he's outside their jurisdiction.
That actually makes some sense. Yes.
Because, like for me, like where I live in the town, okay, but we have city limits, okay. Like where I go out for the dirt track, that's about 4.5, 5 miles outside city limits. A city personnel, someone from city has no right to go out there and tell someone out that way what they need to do. Because one, they're outside their jurisdiction.
Yep.
It's like a city cop can't go out there and set up radar when he's outside the city limits. He's outside of his jurisdiction. That's the way I look at it. It's like, hey, you're not in your jurisdiction as far as where you can control the law. And someone in that city has got it out for him. And I'm saying, you need to find a lawyer. And he said he's already tried to find one in the county. I said, go outside the county. Get a hold of a television station.
Yeah.
And find one of those television stations, got one of those investigative reporters, and start digging. Guarantee you, they're going to dig to where it's someone on the city council and everything that they want that property for some particular reason.
They might want his property as a piece of interest.
Right.
Hey, there's Miss Crystal.
Yep, that's what we're saying.
It's literally already been doctorated in a goddamn show, Yellowstone. They want his property because it's an interest to the entire state of Montana.
Right. And that's what we're telling them.
It has value to people somehow.
Right.
Might be railroads, or might be construction, or might be large enough to where we can do something more profitable for the city, maybe.
Right. He says he's had the property for years, and they've been after him, and for some reason, a judge even signed the paperwork for them to come in and inspect his property.
Yeah, like I said, he needs to get everything out of county, township, or whatever, and because he can prove that they're biased because they have had. He's got how many years of them doing this?
Constantly.
It's on the lines of harassment, probably.
Yeah.
But it's like they're trying to find reasons to get rid of him, to get him to move, to get rid of the property. Because it does sound like to me that there is already an interest in that property in redeveloping it for something else. And they're not wanting to say what that is.
It's like Scott, he had his a neighbor of his, that Victorian house that burned down, and the city almost immediately started to go in, clear everything out for them.
They did. No, they did start demolishing. They started bulldozing right then and there before his neighbor could do anything.
Yeah, they couldn't even get.
Oh yeah, we talked about this a while back. I remember.
Yeah,
that
they couldn't.
story.
The people that lived there couldn't even get their stuff out because the city was already demolishing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
they were already had the bulldozers and wrecking crew out there knocking the remains down and basically getting it all scooped up and putting it in the trash containers.
yeah, there was an older gentleman. His wife's ashes were in there, I believe, and he couldn't even go in and get that. Guy had a safe in there. He couldn't go get that because they were doing it.
Yeah,
As soon as
because it was an apartment building. Briggs, aren't you listening?
barely, but the guy ended up parking cars out there because he had told the city repeatedly, "I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it. You're not getting it. Leave it alone." They cleared the land for them to put a business there, and he got a bunch of cars and put out there.
Yep.
To keep them from doing it. And I think I remember that right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I think they were wanting to purchase the property. The guy kept saying, "No, nope, I ain't selling."
No, because he lived in the top apartment, and the others were two longtime renters, and it was a good, stable income. And I think it was
right. But I think if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even there, and all of a sudden he got a phone call saying, "Oh, by the way, it's on fire."
I think Scott called him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny the fact that the building was all of a sudden on fire.
Yeah. The guy's
it's kind of mysterious how it caught on fire.
Yeah, the guy was out of town and it caught on fire. Yeah.
Briggs, you gonna say anything?
I just got out of a dead zone. Yeah, there's a
Oh.
fight with codes. It's like code officers or train or city is like uphill battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a house in my yard. You guys seen it in my backyard. That actually, the building is on my property, but the overhang is 6 inches off over my neighbor's airspace. He told the neighbor next door he wanted to. He could. The code guy told my neighbor if he wanted to, he could go in there with a saw and cut 6 inches off my building.
But
I said,
only that 6 inches.
Yep.
Yeah, but he can't do it because it's been there over 100 years. It's grandfathered in, so legally he can't do it. If I had just built it within 10 years, they could. That's older than my house, that playhouse. That's grandfathered in.
Now, technically, if it's like this pecan tree that's on my neighbor's side, that tree has been there ever since we've been living here, and that's been 78. All the limbs are hanging over our house. I have the legal right to go in there and
Oh
cut them.
yeah. But I had the town hired a lawyer. And the lawyer even said he looked it up, and they say, and it even says in New York State Code that a building that's been there over, I think it's 40 years. They said you can't touch it. It's grandfathered in, even though they don't own. I mean, that would destroy. If they could cut it off, if it would not affect the building, but if they cut off 6 inches, it would affect the building, and the building would essentially rot away because it wouldn't have no drip edge at all. It would just destroy it.
Yeah.
They can't do it if it's going to destroy the building, in other words.
All right. So then that city code enforcer didn't know basically his butt from a hole in the ground.
Mm-mm.
It's
Exactly.
just like if you go to Ithaca, New York, it's a historic town, and the whole city is historic district. There's one apartment building I know for a fact on Buffalo Street in Ithaca. It has a balcony that overlooks an old Victorian garden. The garden is long gone. It's just basically a yard. And the landlord couldn't let the kids it's an apartment house for college kids, Cornell University. And they couldn't use he couldn't let them use the balcony anyways because of insurance regulations. So it needed work, and so that he took the balcony off the house. No problem.
Yeah, but
8
but
months
he
later, he gets a notice in the mail. He had to put it back on.
huh. I would think that if he took it off and repaired the outside of the building where it would not affect the look and do any damage, weather damage to it, he would have been fine.
Nope.
But
Ithaca, you have to maintain them outside 100%. It says right in there. You can look it up. It's called the Ithaca Historic Commission. They will not let you remove any. You can't side a house there.
Yeah.
You can't change the architecture. Every house is considered historical, even if I call it hysterical, because if you pay for it, as long as you're not getting state tax rebates, you should be able to do with your property what you want.
Yep. Briggs, there's an area in San Francisco, same damn way.
Yep, the painted
stuff
lady
that has survived the 1906 earthquake. It's a historical district. We are not.
Oh yeah, I
allowed-
know. They're all over the country.
Don't
You should be able to, unless you're getting money.
construction work, cannot touch the outside of the building. Inside could be modern as hell. Outside
Yep.
cannot be changed. Is what I was told. When I was
Yeah.
27.
Well, you can on something like that. You can put materials on it as long as it was a duplicate of what was existing prior. So in other words, say if you had a clay, style roof and everything on there, you could put a brand new one as long as it looked original.
Yeah.
As long as you kept the outside of it, with the same material and same look, no problem.
Yeah. And now, depending on where you're at, because I do know a couple of historic districts in Oklahoma that the inside and the outside, the only thing they can do is update the wiring and the plumbing. The outside, they can go in and repaint every 3 to 5 years. If it's a painted house, they can take the siding off, but they have to put the exact same one back on it. The same If it's a cedar shingle house, they have to put cedar shingles on it. If it's pine wood, they have to put that up there. They cannot replace it with the modern vinyl.
Right.
You have
They're
to,
starting to get lenient on that. If you take off around here,
Well-
if you take off around here, they're getting lenient. If you take off pine boards and want to put cedar planks on, or take off cedar planks and put on pine, as long
We
if
put,
it's painted,
what's the one called?
it don't matter.
We put poplar crap up here.
yeah. Well, I mean, but it depends on where you're at. Like I said, these were in Oklahoma. These were a couple of different places I knew that lady had cedar on there. She wanted to pull it off because dried cedar is a major fire hazard. She had a farm about 3 miles away. They had wild cedar trees caught fire, and it took them days to burn down.
But was it cedar shakes or cedar plank boards?
I don't remember. I just know it was cedar.
Because if it was cedar planks, they could have put pine up and painted them. No one would have known the difference.
Well,
If it was more than likely cedar shakes, because that's kind of hard to duplicate.
well, I don't know. She just said it was cedar, but
Yeah, it's probably cedar shakes.
because of the age and everything and the historical grade of her house, she has to go down and apply for a permit just to like change out the doorbell. Somebody came in and beat it with a hammer just to change that out. She has to go down and apply for a permit to get a new one for a repair.
Yeah, that stuff like that's good asinine. I'm sorry.
I know. She told me that. I was like, "You're kidding." She goes, "No," but she wanted to put pine up because that cedar is a fire hazard, and they told her, "No, you have to put cedar back up. If you pull it down, you got to put it back up." She had like another 10 or 15 years before the cedar was bad, so she's like, "I'll just wait." So
Raging must be parked because he just had a truck go flying by him.
No, I'm not parked.
Oh.
No, he's driving.
Yeah,
You
that
see
Raging-
you see his air horn tether
yeah, he's
moving?
just on a smooth part.
Oh, they finally paving the highway over here in town and out from town all the way to the parish line, which is Bayou Duquesne. From the bridge all the way in town, they've resurfaced in the highway. And it's about time. That was the roughest highway you could imagine.
You've never ridden in a New York highway, then, there, Cajun.
Yeah, I have. Ow! Y'all guys make Oklahoma look smooth.
Yeah, our streets are pretty bad here in California too.
Yeah, but when he says that's the roughest ever, he's never been to New York. Because I'll tell you what, we got some roads here that they'll make a brand new Cadillac shake like a Freightliner.
Damn. Well, yeah, all the brand new Cadillacs are light as a feather. The old Cadillacs
I wouldn't
are
care
smooth
if
riding.
I wouldn't care if you bought a new old stock 1966 Cadillac Coupe de Ville or that was brand new, never driven. It would still bounce around like a boat, like a freight shaker with some of the roads I got out here.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, I didn't see you pop in. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I need to say hi to
Where's
everybody in
Jamie
chat.
at?
I didn't miss it. I didn't say it when I came in.
I'll say one road and I bet you Raging will agree with me 1,000%. There's one road in New York that if you drove over occasion, if you had a bad tooth, you could probably knock out your bad tooth without going to a dentist. Route 88 from Binghamton to Albany. You could shake out you could shake out your teeth with that.
Yeah, that's a bad road.
I need to drive down that road.
Is that where they came up with the word freight shaker for Freightliner?
Probably they
that
They
highway?
probably did off of Route 88 in New York. Route 88 New York was paved in the 70s or late 60s, early 70s. I think it was. I can't remember the year. All I know is that road was originally concrete. It was beautiful when they paved it. I remember when I was a kid. Then they put blacktop on it. Then they put a layer of concrete over the blacktop. Then the layer of blacktop started to crumble, so they filled in the potholes with cement and then put more blacktop on it. Now everything, all those layers are crumbling, and you go up there and you could go up there with 5 bad teeth in your head, molars, and shake them out, just going 200 miles from Binghamton to Albany.
You could lose your little convertible in that one of them holes, huh?
Yes, you can. I would not take my Audi up TT up that road. There is no friggin' way. Let's just put it this way. There's holes up there that look like, when you drive up on them, they look like just water on the road. You hit them in the wintertime. I know. I used to drive them. I used with the doubles. That I would literally know which lane. I drove that road so many times. I knew which lane to be in. At what, like by the time you get to exit 12, I would say by the fuel station there, you had to be over in the left lane, even if you couldn't keep up with traffic. Even if you were derating, you would go in the left lane and people would honk their horns at you. And then while they're coming up by you, there's this hole there that's at least 3 foot deep. And if you hit it with a regular car, you can break an axle like that.
Dang.
And it makes it bad because in the wintertime, it fills with water and snow and slush, and then it freezes. You hit that, and that's always where a semi-truck spins around. And when you're going up there with a set of doubles, you don't want to spin around with it. You don't want to spin around with a tractor trailer anyways. But when you got doubles, definitely not. Yeah, 88 is probably the worst road in New York. I can't think of a road as bad as 88. They've been working on it the last couple of years. I mean, it's so bad. The state had so little money to put into it. You'd go. I bet your agent saw the sign too. You'd get up around, I would want to say, about 20 miles out of Binghamton. Instead of paving the road, they put a sign up, rough road. They wouldn't even pave it. They just put a sign up saying rough road. And you know all you can just say to yourself? No shit. That's all you can say.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of rough roads around the United States that'll.
The 88's got to be the worst.
There's some stuff that'll top that one, but yeah, that road, I went down it once or twice, and I'll never do it again.
I've only been through New York twice, and that was enough for me.
Never been there myself, even though my family's from there.
Yeah, made a dumb decision, and not going back. So, yeah.
Missy, sorry I couldn't say hi to you a little while ago. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to say hello too. How are you?
You want a good one? You're gonna love this.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this. You know remember the neighbor that I told you kept burning my flagpole down?
Michael.
Uh-huh.
Where did he just go?
Probably would lean off the dock or get himself some coffee.
Well, he needs to go get our clothes out of the dryer, and because we've got to have him to go on the trip tomorrow. But because he's out there, the dryer's on the other side of that wall. So
there's my neighbor that kept knocking over my flagpole. He was ordered to move.
Really? That'll work. I'll bet you go ahead.
You like that sign?
For sale.
Wait, what did this guy do?
Kept burning my flagpole and knocking them over.
Oh, he could kiss my ass for sure.
What's that?
I don't have patience for a guy like that.
Well, his neighbor also happens to be from Pakistan or Iran, so he took
Does he not understand the concept of "you're welcome for your freedom, sir"?
Yeah. Sweetheart, will you get the clothes in the basket?
Yeah.
And bring them in because Christopher needs to do his, and I'm tired of listening to him. And we've got to have those for tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's
Yeah, I know.
Train time. Well, guys and gals, I'm gonna jet out of here. I see Mater's 2 hours and 10 minutes so far, so
He's
I'm gonna
I'm
jet
actually
out.
gonna go. I'm gonna go about another 20 minutes because
I'm
I looked up how much time I had, and um,
yeah.
I
You
was
figured
only
it
going.
out last night.
Yeah, I was only going to do three. I was only going. I've only got like three more live streams, and that included tonight. And I'm going. Well, let's see. 2.5. 2.5 is 5 hours, and I could do a 3 hour or whatever. Come. I could do
Yeah.
another 2.5 hour. You know, when, or 2.5 hour tonight, 2.5 hour Monday, and 2.5 hour Wednesday. I'm 7.5 hours. I'll still be with underneath my 20 hours for the
Yeah.
month.
Well, Missy brought me some China. I was hungry for Chinese today, and they got a little place down the road. It's a convenience store, and they got a kitchen and a grill in there, and serve
Ah,
food and
you meaning
uh, beef and broccoli and shrimp fried rice. And I mean, they loaded this to-go plate, flippy plate. They loaded it. Missy said, "No, no, it's too." They was loading that beef and broccoli in there. And she was like, "That's enough. That's enough." I said, "You should have just let them put it on because they
Yeah,
charge."
get your money's worth.
But yeah, it was like $7, $8 for all of that.
Crap, I'd be spending like $15.
hey, now you
And
know you're talking on
and I
them.
mean, good. So it was calling my name. I didn't eat once. I mean, I can eat 2 huge meals out of it. I'd already ate earlier today, and it was in the ice box, and I could hear something. But it was calling my name. I opened the door. It was calling my name. I said, "Come here." Fixing to flash it in the microwave. So look, everybody, as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, see you
We
soon.
talk.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's actually bugging out before the end of the stream.
Yeah.
He's hungry. He wants his food.
I don't blame him.
Right. Well, like I said,
I still gotta go cook dinner for mom's.
well, we already had dinner ourselves because our dinner it actually started cooking about 11:30 this morning.
What you all cooking?
We did a pot roast in the crock pot.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But see, what I did is it comes with the seasoning packet. I took that, a ranch dressing packet, the powder packet,
Okay.
and I sprinkled that on top.
We used that in one of the restaurants. We'd
Yep.
use the dry ranch. We'd season the homemade chips with it.
Yep. And 2 cans of French onion soup. And about a can and a half of water.
And it
Came
came
out
out.
sit all day on low.
No, from 11:30 to what 5:30. So about
5:15.
So about 6 hours on high. And it was because I knew he was going to be extremely hungry. So yeah.
Yeah.
And believe it or not,
I don't use the high setting on mine. I use low. I do everything on low.
Yeah. Well, I'll play like this. What I wanted eating, that was actually the first time today I had something to eat. And the little bowl I was starting with on when the stream started, that was actually a little bit of seconds.
Not my fault. I didn't do it.
I know. But like I said, yeah, that was basically. I did not start eating till about. Well, it was actually about 6:30. Because what's really funny is, I was actually watching a movie. It's was it Unstoppable? That's that one with Denzel Washington in it.
That's the train movie.
On the train and everything, and they're chasing after the train. It was all based on true events, okay? And they're going after a runaway train through Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And they stop it and everything. And the thing about it is, one of the head guys for the train company, he started coming up with all these ideas, and not a single one worked. I should say he was forced into retirement a little early.
Yeah.
And then the lady that was running doing everything in the office, she got promoted to his job because she knew more about it than the other guy.
Yeah, that one's good. And they did stop the train though.
Yeah, they did stop it, and they stopped it without causing any kind of damage.
Yeah.
And nobody got hurt or killed in it by doing it their way.
And that was the main thing to do.
Yep.
That they were trying to get done.
And I like the fact that the character Denzel was playing. He was told, "Well, if you don't stop that train, I'm going to fire you." Well, sorry, sir, but you already did. You gave me my 90-day notice. Sent me 2 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah. A 90-day notice to retire early. 80, was like send me 2 days. So he only had, a little bit over 2 weeks. All right, Ken, you take it easy.
Oh,
Appreciate you being here.
Okay. Sweetheart, are they in the basket already or no?
No, I haven't done anything with them. I'll have to go over there and.
Can you take 2 minutes and go do that real quick and let us hang? Yeah, we can run you to work in the morning because we won't leave till after Janice gets here, and that's around noon.
Speaking of trains, there's one right now.
Yeah.
Horn blowing and everything.
Do you have to leave? Mine? Please.
I don't blow your horn.
Probably Amtrak, most likely.
There you go.
Spend a couple
Those
minutes.
are the ones that actually hit people the most. I've never seen anything so far. Yep, that's Amtrak. Those are the trains that actually hit people.
There you go.
Amtrak trains because they're going so fast. The freight trains actually are the ones I have not seen actually maim or hurt
Albuquerque and the house key are on the same one.
pedestrian form.
Let's get them off. No.
Yeah, it was I thought that was kind of cool though, to come home to a nice sign like that.
Well, after the trouble that he's been causing you, yeah.
No, the judge gave him a choice: sell his house or go to jail.
Oh, those are the two choices, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was basically harassing Briggs because he was doing whatever he wanted, and
No, he doesn't like the flagpole. He didn't like flagpole. So
He's also touching private property, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Is that Gizmo?
yeah, it's Gizmo.
Okay. I'm surprised I remembered the name.
It's kind of hard to forget.
Let's just say that I remember somebody that was their nickname, and I don't want to remember that person because he was extremely weird. Hey, William.
I can't prove. They say there's a Chihuahua that's supposedly, in the Guinness books, is the oldest in the world. Says 21, 22 years old, something like that. I wish I could prove it, but Gizmo's 24 years old. He was my parents got him for their second re-wedding anniversary, as we like to call it, in 1998.
That dog is 20-something years old?
He's 24 years old.
Wow. Congratulations to that dog.
Yeah,
you want look at his face. Look at his eyeballs, and you can tell he's blind, battered, and he's old. No.
I'm an admitted animal lover. I had an orange cat live 20 years.
What, Mr. Gizmo? The only thing he has no teeth. He has no teeth. 3/4 of them been pulled out. I think he has 4 teeth in his whole mouth. The only thing he can eat is Vienna sausage
Oh,
cut up
like little
real
hot dogs.
small. Yep, you can't eat dog food because you can't chew it. Even soft dog food, Vienna sausage is actually softer. He can't go outside and go to the bathroom because his paws are worn out. I mean,
Yeah.
people say
His pads.
Yeah, hitting
Yeah.
the concrete and the grass and after it's been cut, the little stubbles and stuff.
And in the vet, I asked the vet, "Is he? Should I put him down?" And their answer is he's not sick.
Yep.
He sleeps and runs around the house just fine.
Yep.
I couldn't put him down.
I couldn't argue it. I actually had to put my orange cat down after 20 years. I had him from 15 all the way to whatever age I was after 20 years. And I had to put him down. And I tell everyone this same exact story. I cried more to put that cat down than watching my own grandfather die from cancer. That's how important that animal was to me.
I think he's just gonna go to sleep someday and not wake up. Not truthing, man.
Yeah,
That's actually best case scenario.
Now, Anthony, we had it was part German Shepherd, and we think part wolf. And this is a dog we had as a pup. Okay, back in Houston, and here in Ennis and everything. He got to have arthritis in his hips and everything so damn bad.
Oh yeah, the arthritis, hips dysplasia.
Yeah, he could not get up and walk or anything like that.
I worked in the animal field for 5 years.
Right. So he was. It was more humane to have him put down than to let him live.
No,
Now,
that's where
now for something like that, because
I understand exactly what Mayor said. It's more humane.
Right. Now I
actually could have kept my cat alive for $10,000 a month, but that's me being selfish because I love them so much.
Right.
I had to make a choice, and that was probably one of the hardest things I ever did. Is say, let's give them the pink slip. Unfortunately, it's hard. It's hard. 20 years, he's not a pet no more.
No, that's family.
It's everything, Junkyard. You missed that. We had a streaker come through here earlier.
I'm going to have to go back and see if they're worth it.
It's just like when Mr. Briggs died last year. 2 days after my father was died, I had to have Mr. Briggs put down because he had stomach cancer, but he was 15 years old. I had 15 years with him. And Stratton died in I think
I'm still
August.
Animals are better than people.
Stratton died of August, and he was only 5 years old. But that's Maggie. This ain't your dog food. Come on, get. I think Stratton died of hip displacement, which is common in brindley pit bulls.
Yeah.
Oh, in pit bulls, yeah, hips, yeah.
15 years for Briggs, and you had it in Stratton for how long?
4.5, roughly.
4.5. So for Briggs, he had a good long run. Unfortunately for Stratton, his body got older than his mind.
Yep.
So.
Stratton was on. Anybody that saw Stratton on live stream, that dog would sing at the howl. I've got videos of him on. He sang. I think Maynard thought he was laughing his ass off. I put on my Facebook where my Stratton would stand in the window and howl with Mr. Briggs. It is quite funny.
I saw the memory you put up there on Facebook where both of them were out there at was it some kind of little creek or something like that?
The river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to us that would be a creek.
How long had you been live before your streaker went by?
No, I was just kidding.
Aw, man.
Hey, gotta make it. Like what? What did I miss? Hey, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Okay.
That thing you were talking about. That wasn't a river or creek. That's the storm overflows, or when from the storm drains to run into the river. That was
Oh
that.
yeah.
I know
That
it
ain't the
was
river. So
I know. Well, to me, that'd be like a little creek. Creek is something small.
yeah, that's
You mean crick?
that's just overflow that comes over the dike on the other side of the river. Well, with all the hills, that's what that was.
Now, to me, like I said, if it's about less than 5 feet, it's a creek.
I wouldn't even call that creek. I wouldn't even call it a stream. I call it a puddle. But that was still it's 5 foot across. That thing's 5 foot across, and Briggs was still jumping over it at 14, 15 years old. That he went downhill fast. His stomach cancer came back. They said we can operate again, and I said, "What's his chance of survival?" 25%. I couldn't do it to him.
No.
No, I mean, for me, I love animals more than people.
Now, if I play this, to me, if I did get another pet, I'll go and who's got a phone call?
Not me.
I mean, me.
But if I go
It's
get
like,
another pet, I'm gonna get a parrot, because you can get, like, if you go and get like an African gray, those things they can live in captivity up to about 70 to 75 years.
Proof.
I wouldn't get a pet like that.
85 years.
Do what?
I wouldn't want something like that.
African gray lived for 87 years, or 85 years, along with the green version.
Yep.
They lived for 80 plus years.
Yep.
I knew them. I'm 37. They died recently.
Yeah.
My dad's been dead since 89, and those birds were alive.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. You can get
they live forever.
Any kind of the large parrot, if it's a macaw, cockatoo, or like an African gray.
Macaw's hard to get.
I wouldn't get something like that unless you could find one that was already 30, 40 years old. Because here's the problem you'd have is who do you leave it to?
Kids.
The person you hate the most.
No, because if they hated them enough, there's people out there. Yeah, you'd have to be real careful. There's people out there that would kill them.
You teach it a lot of bad crap right before, and then send it their way.
No, that's where I'd leave it to a you'd have to leave, like if you were you'd have to. I'm gonna say a little bit about politics. That's where you leave it to somebody. It's the opposite. So if you're a Democrat, you leave it to someone say Republicans suck, or if you're a Democrat, Republicans say it's the Democrats. Could you imagine sitting in there and every day listening to this bird saying Democrats suck or Republicans suck every day, or if you're a cop,
it'd be great.
Oh yeah, if you're a cop, have it go oink oink oink. I mean, that would be, but no, I'd want. I mean, I wouldn't say not get one, but I'd try and find one that needs to be rehomed.
No, tell you what would really be funny is you leave it to a fireman, and that bird can imitate the siren.
No,
I will be pissed.
I would.
That'd be irritating.
That would be totally messed up.
I'm gonna hop off to real quick. I gotta go make some food.
All right. Well, I'm shutting it down anyways. So all I can say is I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Like I said, I was kind of surprised Cajun actually bugged out early, and right now on the shows I got like 4 people watching. So yeah. And Crystal and I, we have got a long rest of the week for us, because we've got about 250 miles put on the bike tomorrow.
You talk about somebody having a sore tail.
Yep, and it ain't a hardtail bike either. It's got springs in the back. Yeah, so yeah, we're going down on the trike. We're going down to Galveston for the weekend, we're leaving tomorrow and coming back Sunday.
That's right. Long ride.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hey Anthony, it's the Lone Star Rally.
Oh, that's where you're going. All right.
Yep, They got that. Plus, I mean, there's other things in the area that's going on that I'd like to be able to go and see. I mean, I want to take her over to Pinto, to where the battle for Texas was fought and everything, where the monument and everything is at. Let her see all that out that way. We're going to go into Galveston. We'll go see Battleship Texas, because right where that's at right now. See her in the dry dock. Go see other things over in the area. Go see where the cruise ships and everything are. That way she can see in person how huge those damn things are.
See, what you need to do, Maynard, is skip a Monday or Wednesday live stream and do a live stream at one of those monuments.
Well,
that'd be
the only
kinda
thing
cool.
is, see, this trip and everything was all planned several months ago. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but you
But,
could do
I
a
mean-
live stream at one of those places. I don't mean
Yeah,
for 2
I
hours,
had-
for like half an
but
hour or
I
so.
know, but I would have had to take time off from work and then find a babysitter and everything for my mom just to go do that. No, that's not worth the time taking off to go do that. We're taking off because, like I said, the rally that's going on down there. We're going down there for a purpose and everything. So, anyways, I'll start off with Anthony. Y'all say goodbyes and everything.
I'm just gonna tell y'all, deuces. Thanks for having me, Mater.
No problem.
Sorry I came in late, but daughter called and I'm going to talk to her before I talk to you guys.
Hey, Juan.
It's
All right.
family.
Briggs.
Good night. I got a boat anchor for sale. Who wants it? $500.
Nah.
$500. That's New York price.
He is in New York.
Hey,
Still a deal though.
the starter and turbo worth that. It can be rebuilt if you want to put a new head on it, gasket on it. I don't want it. $500 boat anchor for sale.
I just told my coworker I'd get him Long Reach, Milwaukee, and he said no.
All right. Well, like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been here tonight. Like I said, I know it went longer than I normally do. It's because I had a little bit extra time before everything restarts. So I will see y'all next week, and I will get some videos recorded and everything from Crystal and I taking our trip on the trike. So till next week, y'all stay safe and God bless.
And no one, that ain't for a Toyota.